Hello and welcome to a spicy chicken review for you today. Today, I am trying for the first time in my life Shake Shack. Um, I've heard good things generally about Shake Shack. Good things about the shakes, certainly. Um, and they have on their menu for perhaps a limited time, maybe not all the time. I'm not entirely sure. Just anyway, I believe it said just for a limited time. Some Korean style fried chicken items. So I got both items today that are supposed to be a little spicy. I've got the Korean style fried chicken sandwich, as well as the chicken bites with the Korean inspired dipping sauce. So, my understanding is that they have made some sauces for these. The chicken sandwich has what they call a gochujang style glaze on the chicken, which is that is a Korean flavor, and I'm not sure how they implemented it on the glaze, but then there's also supposed to be a little kimchi in the sandwich. And then the chicken bites come with a dipping sauce that also is supposed to contain gochujang and also has some other ingredients like some mayonnaise and stuff in it, maybe, is my understanding. So it's a dipping sauce that is Korean inspired. And the chicken sandwich does, though, claim to be a little more of an actual Korean style fried chicken piece in there. So I'm going to start with the chicken bites. We're going to start small and work our way up. And I think they're just regular chicken bites, which I guess I don't even know what that means at Shake Shack because I've never had a chicken bite there. And then you can take a gander at the sauce here. It's relatively orange. You might not be able to see it. There's some flecks of spice and seasoning in there. It smells tangy, a little bit sweet. But as always, we don't just judge it on the sauce. We've got to take a look at the chicken. How's the chicken prepared? What's the quality of the piece of chicken? How well is it fried? Is the juiciness juicy enough? Is the crispy bits, are they crispy enough? We've got to take a look. So, these chicken bits, variety of sizes, shapes, the texture, seems okay. I do feel there's some little crispy bits on the edges. Since I am, going to try the sauce, I'm going to try one of these real quick and just see what the consistency is in there so that I can kind of separate out how I like the crispy little chicken bites versus how they go with the sauce. It's a nice little chicken bite. Not particularly heavily seasoned. Salty, crispy. It's a nice little chunk of actual chicken. I like the battering on the outside. It's really more of a battered piece of chicken than a breaded piece of chicken. But it maintained its crispiness even after a somewhat lengthy car ride back from Shake Shack. I have to go about 20 minutes to get to a Shake Shack. So this survived the ride well and maintained its crispiness. Get some points for that. So I'm gonna grab another one. I'd say as a little piece of chicken, these are pretty good. These are probably 8s. These are just on their own, not too bad. So let's see how the sauce does it. See if it's spicy. See, if it reminds me of actual Korean flavored fried chicken. I have eaten my fair share of Korean fried chicken in the past. So I'm just going to give her the old dunk and then I'll tell you what I think. This dunking sauce is relatively mild. That is my initial assessment. The chicken tastes good. I'm going to take just a little dab of just the sauce because even though that chicken is very mildly flavored, I was not getting a ton off of the sauce here. One little dab just so I can really give you an impression. There's some sweetness. There's a hint of spiciness. Some tanginess. Some creaminess. It's, it's fine. I don't think that they, limited time, fine. I don't think that they really hit it out of the park with this. This is, in my opinion, not a special sauce. It has the appearance of special sauce, but it is, I would call this merely okay sauce. So it's fine. Yeah, you get a little hint of that gochujang flavor in there. I don't think it's anything to write home about. I think it's fine on these very good pieces of chicken, these little chicken nibbles. But it's not blowing my mind. It's fine. It's a good sauce. It's the kind of sauce maybe its mother tells it it's special, but not as special as all that. Let's move on to the sandwich. This is what I was really more curious about. What we have here, and it appears to be a juicy one. See if I can give you a view here. You've got the glazed chicken piece there, the kimchi slaw coming in a good portion on the bottom, all served up in a relatively standard looking bun. The first whiff I get that cabbagey scent. I see that there is quite a lot of glaze on here. Quite sticky to the touch of the glaze. I think, they say it's Korean style fried chicken. I am going to have to take a bite. I don't claim to be the foremost expert on Korean fried chicken, but I've definitely had some pretty good Korean fried chicken in the past. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite. I will tell you how I think it tastes, and we'll just see. Well, spiciness level, let's start there. Spiciness level, not particularly high, but I was not expecting an extremely high spice level from a product like this. I think the gochujang typically has a pretty well-rounded flavor where you get some earthiness, some savory, some spice, a little bit of sweet. So the spice level here is like a 2 or a 3. It's not spicy, but it's not particularly spicy. There is certainly a real sweetness to it. They've definitely glazed it up with some additional sugar there. And there is a real sesame flavor in there that comes through, which is it's a welcome flavor. I think it tastes pretty good on there. This cabbage, is, if that is indeed kimchi, is some of the most mild kimchi I have ever had. They're saying it is a kimchi slaw. I'll take their word for it. But it's extremely mild kimchi. I would have liked something with a little more punch here, honestly. I think the like acidic and spicy nature of a more pungent kimchi would have balanced out this relatively sweet piece of fried chicken on here a little bit better. You know, the piece of chicken, not bad. It's a piece of white meat chicken, you know, breaded, fried, glazed, etc. Prepared relatively well. You know, and a lot of people have said, did they, you know, is this cultural appropriation? Them just kind of trying to cash in on the Korean fried chicken trend that has come through in recent times. And you know, I'd say that seems like a fair assessment, because this is not like a great Korean style fried chicken. It's okay, but I do not believe that they have done justice to true Korean style fried chicken here. As a product, it's fine. It's not a bad sandwich, and I'd say it's a good sandwich for what it is. But it is, you know, I would say with the sort of really very, very mild kimchi, I'm really hesitant to even, you know, say that there's a real kimchi flavor there. There's just the hint of it. And, you know, the predominant flavor in the chicken just being kind of sweet and sesame, it's just, you know, it's a glazed fried chicken sandwich, and I think that's about where the level is. As a fast food chicken sandwich, it's pretty good. It's like an 8, I would say. It has, you know, a higher quality piece of chicken than you might expect from some places, but authentic Korean fried chicken, it is not. And I'd say, you know, in that respect, the you know, the cultural appropriation criticism probably stands in that they really didn't even like hit the flavors like especially well on the head, and they're just kind of, you know, they're throwing that name on there. They're using a couple of the ingredients that seem appropriate, and you know, it's, you know, a little bit of a trendy cash grab in my opinion, because it could be a lot better. That's, I think, really, you know, if they really wanted to go all in, this could have been a much better product, a much more authentic product. But it is what it is. Overall, I'd say, you know, if you're interested, I would say try the sandwich out. I think the bites and that sauce, you've had sauces as good as that, you know, many other places. If you're watching these videos on my channel, I'm sure you've tried your share of dunking sauces for pieces of chicken, and this one's not going to blow your mind. The chicken bites are pretty good, and the sandwich is pretty good as well. So I think that's about it for Shake Shack spicy chicken for now. You know, limited time, maybe they'll come out with something new. Try another trendy cash grab of some kind, and I'll be there to sample it if they do. So if you want to see me sample another cash grab by Shake Shack, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because the review will come out when that happens. And, you know, hit a like if you like the review. I'm also always curious, you know, I don't always get to these limited time only chicken items fast enough. Sometimes I do miss them, believe it or not. So if you want to help out, put down in the comments any limited time chicken sandwiches or spicy chicken of any kind that you know about, so that I don't miss it and so that you don't miss the review. With all that said, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And And, as always, keep it spicy, folks.